That 90s show is a continuation of the popular sitcom That 70s Show. Let's see if this series is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming content. In the summer of 1995, Leia Forman makes friends with a new generation of Point Place kids while visiting her grandparents Red and Kitty in Wisconsin. I grew up watching That 70s Show. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother watching it. It was a show that we just always had on, that and Malcolm in the Middle. So I have very fond memories of That 70s Show, and I was looking forward to this new series with some of the cast returning in appearances for this show. Jackie and Fez and Kelso and Donna and Eric all return in the series to make appearances. They aren't the main focus of the show. It's all focused on Eric and Donna's daughter, Leia, and her summer with her grandparents, Red and Kitty. I did appreciate the appearances of the original cast in here and how they spread it out amongst the 10 episodes. They just didn't throw them all in the beginning of the series. They did have Kelso and Jackie for a few minutes in the first episode, Eric in the first episode, Donna appeared a few times, Fez had a few episodes here and there, even Leo and Donna's father make appearances in here. I did find some of the original cast returning to be a little bit disappointing, more so from Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. They had like just a couple minutes in the first episode and that was about it. I thought they would appear a little more in the series since their son is in the series. Now the new cast in here is pretty good. I think the writers tried way too hard to recreate the characters from That 70s Show with these new characters. There's a character named Nate who seems very much like Kelso, and it's very clear that they were trying to recreate that magic with the characters from That 70s Show within That 90s Show and trying to develop the relationship amongst the characters and friendship along the way. At times it was very clear and very obvious what they were trying to do. So none of these characters really felt original or tried to stand out from the characters within That 70s Show because they were taking the style of the characters and the personality as well and bringing it forth to these new characters. So it's really hard to latch onto these characters, appreciate them, get invested in their storylines when a lot of them do feel like other characters from That 70s Show. I did like Leia in here, Eric and Donna's daughter. She is coming to visit her grandparents, so she doesn't know anything going on in Point Place, any of the characters, any of the previous characters from That 70s Show, and how important they are, like the Kelso family and Fez as well. So it's fun to see her kind of just thrown into the middle of all of this, all the characters that are returning and all the new characters and the relationship she develops along the way. Jay is the son of Jackie and Kelso, and he's not like Jackie or Kelso at all. I did appreciate that they weren't trying to have him be the same exact thing as his father. I did love seeing Kitty and Red return in here, Kurtwood Smith and Deborah Jo Rupp. They captured that magic of the characters so well. It feels like no time has passed. The characters are exactly the same. Kitty's laugh, Red's frustration with all of the teenagers in his house, those moments are in here and brings out the humor. Anytime I laughed, it was from Kitty and Red and their interaction with this new generation of characters. It does take place in 1995, but you just do not get that feel. You get the feel of That 70s Show that it does take place in the 70s with the costume and Red and Kitty's house and everything going on within that series. And since it does take place a lot in the basement of Red and Kitty's house, it still feels like it's in the 70s. From a few discussions of movies and music, it really does not feel like the 90s. It feels so much like That 70s Show in terms of the style and the set and even some of the costumes as well. It does not really have that 90s feel to it. But overall, that 90s show was fun. I did appreciate the characters that returned and how they were spread out, not having them all thrown in the beginning. Some of the new characters are fun. They feel like their story and characteristics are very similar to characters that we got in the show. That 70s show, like Kelso and Jackie and Fez, all of them, they just feel the same. Like there's really nothing original about these characters, so it's really hard to get invested in their storylines. There are a lot of funny moments from Red and Kitty, and I'm curious to see where it's going to go, since there is not like a cliffhanger, but the moments at the end of episode 10 really could shake up a second season. I hope this isn't one that gets canceled immediately, because I like the characters. I enjoy the overall feel to that 70s show and now that 90s show. I enjoyed watching it a lot as a kid, and it's something that I would love to continue watching. It's not the best thing ever, but it's one of the better revivals I have seen from a show that I grew up with. So before I give you my score for that 90s show on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit the subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give that 90s show a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for that 90s show on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.